Good morning. Thank you for the invitation to this symposium on smart mining. In this case, we will talk about the project Queveco on how it will be the digital mine in this new project that we have in Peru. What's the purpose of Anglo American? Well, it's to reimagine mining, to improve the life of people. When we talk about reimagining mining, we may ask, what can we do in mining and how do you see the future? Well, from the innovation point of view, how can we think on a different, innovative manner for mining and for all the value chain? To improve the life of people, well, it goes beyond the work we do and the profit we gain as a company to impact everything we touch and every person that we interact with in the role that each one of them has within the company or around communities. Anglo has a model that they call the future smart mining, which is a, a group between technology and innovation looking for a sustainable mining plan. In this case, we will talk about 2 points or 2 pillars on this model, which is smart mining to transform data to productivity, and that we have a connected learning mine through all the processes, and a modern mining mine which is a safe operation, a remote operation with less exposure of the people to the danger. How have we how have we designed this roadmap to the digital mine? What we look for is to transform a traditional mine into a digital mine using technology, multidisciplinary teams, integrated teams, and the automation of different functions and processes. Many months ago, when all of this began, we started selecting technology. In each one of the processes, we will see the mine and the plant. How do we implement an action plan after selecting technology? And after the plan, to develop all the engineering and for this digital implementation that includes sometimes equipment, networks, systems, and also we worked on the automatic processes and how they can be seen and monitored and controlled. And we also saw and thought about an integrated operations room. But beyond all the technology part, all the systems and subsystems, we also see the issue of having integrated process to have a synergy between different areas. And after that, what do we look for? Well, digital transformation is not only technology and innovation. It also includes people. So in this training part, we have worked hand in hand looking for the new way of thinking for each one of the people that will work in this operation. And we've also seen inclusion. We've worked with inclusion regarding the work within the region. This has also been very important so that all of us can be aligned on the way of working for because for Queveco is we need to have a digital mine, and later on in the mine we already started, but we will get our own operation of all the digital mine in mine, plant, and the other areas. When we talk about reimagining mining and we talked about the different disciplines, we talk also about geology, the the pit where we have the concentrations, how the mining plan will be made, or designed, we know that we have a yearly plans or 12-week plans, monthly plans. We also see the part of how the operational part of the mining equipment will be. And later on, we have the processing part of the plant, which is being built right now. And in parallel, and also transversally, we see the use of assets, the asset management, where we see the conditions of the critical variables of each one of the assets that will let me give sustainability to all the production process. And finally, to close this value chain, we have the marketing part, which is in charge of working on the planning and movement of the concentrates that we will produce. And to look into the Cahayaveco project, it is a project being developed in Moquegua region in Peru. It has four main areas apart from water supply, which is in the high mountains around 4,000 meters above sea level. The mine, which is around 3,500 meters above sea level. The concentrator plant, which is in this area, which is also around 3,000 and something meters. And the port area where we will export our concentrate. And to begin on the mine area, we can see that these are two equipment, a truck on the left side and the drill on the right side. Both of them are working autonomously since the beginning of the pre-mining stage. When we talk about a truck, apart from all the signals from GPS or some lights, the radar control system, something very important here is that it's not that the truck, we add all these components to it and immediately it's an autonomous truck. It has a lot of sensors within the truck itself and also has an independent controller. For instance, in the cylinder of the direction, we have some sensors that let us know in which position or physically the position of the equipment, and that lets us know through the controller as a feedback to be sure that any command that I make is being executed in the autonomous equipment. So we have the truck. We also have the drill. All the drills, that additional to all the GPS systems, they have many cameras around the equipment. Also, they let us see and control with some additional tools or instruments, and with a controller that works as the brain for the drill, for the autonomous drill. Additional to all of this, we have the asset health monitoring. In the case of shovels, some PLCs. In other equipments, we have some transceivers or controllers. In the case of drills, we have some controllers that are called CCIs. And this will let us have information for monitoring the health of the equipment online. And this is added to all the information of the operation itself that we already have within the pit. That means that I will have data not only the mine characteristics data, but also on how the operation is going, how the performance of the equipment is doing, and the health signs of each one of the equipment. This will let me make decisions anticipately or ahead of time in a predictive manner and prescriptive manner too. Now we will talk about the concentrator plant, or what will be the concentrator plant because it's still being built. Well, at the beginning of the whole project, we decided to have a digital twin platform for the concentrator plant. And The platform that helped us to attain this purpose was the cuomo system from Siemens. These cuomo systems, have allowed us to work from an early stages of the engineering on everything that has to do with the plant. Here we can see the PNID. It's also allowed us to see all the 3D simulations, and also in the operation itself, it will let us run simulations under offline mode or even online, using also some other tools that in the end will let us also perform the maintenance of each one of the equipment that belong to this concentrator plant. So this platform, Cuomos, has allowed us to work from the engineering stage to the operation stage. As you can see here, we can see this Cuomos platform that let us, since the beginning of the detailed engineering, we've been able to use modules of what electrical engineering is, the equipment data sheets, the 3D model of the whole process of the plant itself, all the process engineering of the grinding, milling, crushing, the document management, which is something that's key because each equipment has a whole range of information of manuals, of operation manuals, maintenance manuals, the purchase orders, information that belongs to the supplier, and everything is managed under this document management. The control engineering, how we'll do this control links within the PLCs, the engineering that's part of on the electrical instrumentations part, and also lastly the maintenance part. And something that's very important on this Cuomos platform is that it works under one unique identifier for each equipment, and that is moved all over the modules that make this platform. This motor that we have here, this lets us work from the 3D model, the PNIDs, as we said, the electrical diagrams. In this case, it's a unifilar diagram. We also have the function charts that are necessary for the config of the PLCs. We also have the mechanical component representation. This will let me, or lets me, very quickly to design the cabinets for the interfaces on site, and lately we will be able to configure everything within the PCS7 platform, which is also part of Siemens. In the maintenance part, we have some additional modules, as you can see the MRO that will let me identify under on an inspection if whether I have some maintenance activities that I have to perform that will be logged through an interface with this system, this SAP system. In this system, I can immediately interact with all the information of each one of the equipments. The operational manuals, the diagrams can be electrical, instrumental, so that the technician on site can have greater information and can make a better decision when performing the maintenance activities. All the data that we can collect will also require some management of historical data, and which is also included in this platform. We will have the collection and storage of all the data, the monitoring and notifying of the health of each one of the assets. We are including an online platform of the critical equipment. We've identified 41 critical equipment in all the processes where we will have online monitoring. We will also have the process analysis report, an integrated business report, and the mobile notifications, which can be sent to a cell phone or a tablet. Also, all the time model will be connected to this system of the history of data. We don't show diagrams here because this is being developed now. And as I said before, we will also have an integrated operations room where all the involved areas from geology, planning, mine planning, the operation of the mine itself with an autonomous monitoring system, the process area, the port area, the asset management part will be integrated in a single operations room. And this is from the beginning of the operation, which is planned for 2022. Some conclusions that we can have here in the implementation of this digital mine is that we capture the opportunity of using mature technology and tested technology to support the business and all the operational processes. High mountains, mine, plant, and port. We enable the collaborators to evolve in their way of thinking and working from an integrated and digital mine. This is something that we are working from the beginning. And as I said, it's not only technology, it's not only innovation, it's thinking in a different way in each one of the roles that they have. And finally, the main goal is looking for excellence in efficiency, effectiveness, and operational security or safety. We are sure that we will get good in management indicators, and that's what we are working for. I want to finish my presentation just with a message that I really like is that you don't wait for the future, you have to conquer it, by Mark Vidal. That is my presentation. I don't know if there are any questions. Thank you very much.